People crying for justice because justice is long overdue. But when it comes to election, them politicians, only them, they just look for you. They're just like a bunch of cockroaches. They gon' reach all up on your pooch. They gon' whine you, dine you, even blind you, just to get your food. And when they get in position does go to their head. Now they change the decision on their position, relax everything that they said. Position is what they are fighting for. And when the opposition gets in position, they forget about the poor. Position. It's funny how things don't change. We have some in position, don't have no permission to make a decision for change.
Tell them
you ain't joking. If they come in, they better come straight.
Tell them.
But if they come in, look in position, don't come in front your gate. Position. I just like a politician tonight. Position. If you want my opinion on how to make this thing work, all politicians roll up your sleeve, let's get down in the dirt. Put aside your differences, put your ego up on the shelf. Cause only one way we could make this work is to put country above self. But that might be foolish thinking, the way politicians all in one pot. That they gon' wiggle, they gon' jiggle, they gon' even backpedal to position themselves on the top. Position is what they are fighting for. And when the opposition gets in position, they forget.
Welcome to the Late Night Show. Hope everything is okay. Hope everything is all right. I'm your host, Andrew Dick. Okay, what is happening on St. Martin? A lot is happening, apparently. 17 police officers have tendered their resignation from the police department. So, 17 officers less to check our tints, 17 officers less to come on time to crime scenes or to domestic violence or to any type of crime that is happening. 17 police officers just not showing up for a school fight. Now, the reason behind of it, they're saying that the salary scales is horrible and they want to go back. Now, you're asking me from go back where? Well, the officers are some officers from Statia, from Sabre, and from Curacao. So those three islands are going to get an influx of the officers back. Of course, the police department is working on keeping the officers here. So it's a developing story. We're going to continue to follow it, but I just let you know that that is happening, and of course it is a shocker, I must say, because I know that the Minister of Justice, Anna Richardson, has been working tirelessly to get the function book up and ready to go. The last thing, it had to be approved and it had to be then advice was supposed to be given. I know it's like a long process that started since 2010. That's when we were supposed to have a good function book so that it regulates all the salaries, scales for the police officers, but at the same time, we need to find the money in order to pay the salary scales, because that means the officers who have been working can go back and go like, okay, so actually I'm supposed to be here, you've been paying me this, therefore you owe me this, calculated by 12, 10, 15, whatever years, and then boom, where is the money?
Is it a quality of the officers and the fight and the immigration officers and the prison guards? Is that what it is? Or is it that the system has failed them over the years? I honestly believe it's the latter. I believe that A lot of young officers join this force with good intentions, with the right intentions, to serve their community beyond, above and beyond. I sat at the graduation and I listened to Chief Carl John ask them, "Are you ready? Are you ready?" And when he told them, if your answer is, "I am ready," then you must be willing to arrest your mother or your brother if they commit a crime. You must be ready to do that. And that made an impact on me because it showed how far-reaching a responsibility we put by these people. Yet, and we have a few BPO classes that are working out there that still, until this day of today, do not receive the pay that they deserve. These young men went to school, and in school, they get 2,400 guilders a month, learning to become an officer. And when they become the officer, their salary should become 3,500 guilders. That's 1,100 guilders more, nearly a 50% increase. Guess what? Until this day, they're not getting that. And the reason is the function book, your legal position, so your expositie, the salary scales are not ready. The problem is this: these people need to make ends meet. You cannot tell people, become an officer, and when you pass after a year, 2 years, you get in this salary. They pass and they don't get it. And when an officer then behaves bad, they say, you see the police again. But we are killing them. We are destroying the force ourselves. Because if the governor don't want to sign, the former governor, let me be clear, if the former governor didn't want to sign, for whatever reason, forever, be it that he feels everything had to be in order, because if the function books were ready, or the job descriptions were ready, and those salary scales are known, old or not, pay the people. Pay the people. To continuously hold everything hostage until everything is done is BS.
All right. So that story is developing. So we're going to continue watching it. All right. What else is happening on the lovely island of St. Martin? Carnival 2023. Is it in limbo? Is it happening? Now, according to SCDF, yes, it is happening. However, the new dictator at SCDF, Edward Rajuki, is at it, and he's telling members of parliament to shut up. He didn't say shut up. He basically says cease and desist from making any statement. MP Rolando Brison, during the Central Committee meeting dealing with the amendment to the 2022 budget, sounded the alarm on different vendors, stakeholders, basically not providing services for the 2023 Carnival season. Now, as you know, or as you remember, or in case you didn't know, there were a number of vendors that did not partake in Carnival 2022 due to the fact that they was not paid. There are some contestants, some winners that were supposed to be getting paid from SCDF, and nothing has happened up to this day, with zero amount of communication. Because at least the new president can announce that the 2023 season is going to be different, it's going to be cultural, but yet he doesn't send messages to the people he owes on behalf of SCDF. Go figure. And let's not forget, the strong words and the strong statements are coming from volunteers. Yeah? They're supposed to be volunteers. So I don't understand why they're taking this thing so personally. I don't understand. Maybe because, you know what? MP Brison during Friday's Central Committee meeting.
Carnival. Well, this is a topic some people like to talk about, emotional hijacking. I think this was the one where I saw it the most in this parliament, where there was no form of objective, real objective discussion on, okay, we are talking about a subsidy, okay? A subsidy from government that goes to an organization that is in the budget of St. Martin. And in the subsidy ordinance, it is very clear about what you can ask and expect from an organization. And the information shared with the parliament and provided to parliament, and that I'm aware of, is that that is not being met. We hear of the financial issues. We see it all over social media. It's getting worse and worse, and I've been warning about this. I've been telling people the situation with the SCDF. I appreciate all the hard work that they've done. I appreciate Carnival every year. I love Carnival. But because I love Carnival, I cannot sit by and see the impending disaster that is coming from an organization that is financially not able to host Carnival anymore. This is the point where it is getting. And for them to scapegoat, and they can continue, I got broad shoulders, they can continue to come with whatever excuses they want. The financials don't lie. Go on the SOAB website and read the financials. The decree from Stuart Johnson is still there. Wasn't this government or even this party that insisted that the SOAB audits had to be done? It was that minister. And it would be interesting if people knew who the person was that instructed that minister to tell him to do that. But now today, we are here trying to preserve Carnival, to make sure that an event happens. And what will happen, and this is my question to the government, what are they going to do to prevent a situation where in April, people are ready and coming to open Carnival in the booths, and stakeholders who have not been paid, or who are not happy, or all of this, walk out on Carnival? What is being done to prevent an unfortunate situation like that from happening? Because we can talk about everything else, no problem. But at the end of the day, how are we as Parliament on the budgetary side and government on their interactions with SCDF or an SOK and all these different stakeholders going to step in to make sure that Carnival 2023 is a reality? Let us remember, we're talking about finances here. And the Carnival as an event, not the organization, but that period, is a huge economic boost for the country. F&B sales go up through the roof. Taxes also go up. Some people don't really realize that, I believe, and maybe the minister can comment on this, and I could imagine with this minister, he probably have his people there by the village, counting the tickets, collecting that TOT. It is probably one of the most highest tax compliance periods in St. Martin, Carnival. A lot of economic activity. We cannot put that at risk because of friends or people that we know. We have to be bigger than that and be ready for what is coming.
Okay, so there you have it. I think what's supposed to happen is that, after that presentation by MP Brison, an email was sent to the ministers and the members of parliament blasting MP Brison for mentioning it on the floor of Parliament. And again, President of SDF, Mr. Rajuki, just so you know, maybe you didn't know, so I'll educate you. Members of Parliament have something called immunity when they speak on the floor of Parliament. Therefore, you cannot tell them to shut up. They can say what they want. They can say what they want, and they have been saying what they want. So for a foundation to send an email to members of Parliament stating that MP Brison should stop what he's saying and so on the floor of Parliament, you're bowling out of order. You're bowling out of order. Stick to handling Carnival and leave the politicians deal with the politics stuff. Yeah? In the meantime, what would be appreciated is if you maybe call a meeting with everybody you owe and you work out a deal. Come on, let's do something that you're supposed to do. Let's go from there. Instead of just blah, 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 and how dare he mention that and putting Carnival in jeopardy for 2023. Please, stop it. Carnival is Carnival. There's no Carnival without Bacchanal. So I understand. However, the vendors, the people that make Carnival, you can't continue to screw them over without Vaseline and then expect for us to just come and stay quiet because you're a nice guy, you're a nice group. SCDF, man. Everybody on SCDF, wake up. Let's get things going, man. Or you stop it. Anyway, welcome to the Late Night Show. We have a good one for you. Let's begin.
I would like to hereby tender my resignation from the UP Party effective immediately.
1, 2. That's it. That's it. That's it. With your arms now. That's it. That's it. Move.